Hi there everybody and welcome back to another episode of Prestige Liquids. My name is Andrew. First of all, I'd like to wish you all a very happy new year and welcome to my very first whiskey review of the year. It has been an incredible journey so far, so again I would just like to thank you all for just joining me on the journey. It has been a remarkable experience. I have been able to try some incredible whiskey and meet some awesome people along the way. It has been absolutely fantastic. So now that that's out of the way, I would like to get into the review. Today's review will be on the Glendronach Peated. This was a bottle that I picked up while on my holiday in Japan when I say back in September. So I'm finally getting around to doing this review. So time to pour a glass. Now I had to pick this up when I was there. There were so many whiskeys they had on the shelf. It was so hard to pick what I wanted. So I figured, you know what, I might as well go for something that I cannot really find back here in Australia, or at least something that is hard to find. So this bottle of the Glendronach Peated caught my eye straight away, and it was for a very, very decent price as well. Much better than what we have to pay down here. So yep, I whipped that bottle and yeah, alright, so that's it. Enough blabbering, you guys aren't here to hear my mumble. Let's get on with the review and see how we go. Absolutely fantastic nose, very fruity, very smoky. Now, one thing I would like to mention with this, this particular bottling has been aged in, say, bourbon casks and then finished off in Oloroso and PX sherry casks. So it has, straight off the bat, it has your very typical Glendronach notes that you would be familiar with from the 12-year-old, but with a little bit of extra peat added to a fine dram. All right, so on the nose, like I said, fruits, apples, pears, touch of green grape, also a light hint of cinnamon, some wood spice there. That sherry influence is very much a dominant note in this whiskey. The peat is very mellow. I'm just under the halfway mark of this bottle at the moment. I have to say, at the start of the bottle, the peat note was a lot more dominant, but as I've gotten through, it has mellowed out quite a lot. And this is definitely not your coastal Isla style of peat. It is much more of that, I guess, a more heathery style, a lot more similar to a Highland Park. Yeah. Okay, so let's get on with the palate and see how we go. Fantastic. Beautiful mouthfeel, not too thick, a little bit watery, but you do get a full mouth coating. You definitely, oh wow. So now this is where the peat is starting to come through. It is a little bit more sulfuric, a little bit more ashy, and also part of the mouthfeel is very dry as well. So it's just sapping all that moisture out of my mouth and just it's like a desert in there at the moment. So let's get some more. Okay, so a little bit of the nose does follow through. You do get a little bit of those apples and pears. Those wood spiced notes are definitely a lot stronger. but it also feels like I am chewing on a piece of burnt wood. So very smoky, quite earthy. There's a slight nuttiness that comes through as well. Probably something a little bit more on the note of like a peanut note, touch of almond. Some berries coming through as well. I can't 100% pick them, but there is definitely some berries. Maybe a touch of like a blueberry note. The bottle does suggest gooseberries. I guess that could be a bit similar to the grapey note that I had gotten on the nose at the start, but for me that's not very dominant. Now the finish, it's very even, very smooth, and very smoky. It just feels like I have these puffs of smoke just coming out of my throat and out of my mouth at the moment. So you will get a very smoky finish. Some light honey, sweet notes are definitely coming through at the end. All in all, this is very enjoyable. This is a whiskey that I was definitely very happy that I picked up. Very enjoyable whiskey. Would I get it again? For the right price, yes, I certainly would. Is it better than the Glendronach 12? No, it isn't. I have to say the Glendronach 12 is just a whole different beast altogether. But there are some similarities. I mean, this is a NAS after all, so you're not having that 12-year-old age statement on it. It is bottled at 46%, so that is another fantastic quality. Yeah, I'd say all in all, it is a fantastic dram. I would highly recommend it. If you don't have access to it in any of your bottle stores, then I would suggest looking out for it at a whiskey bar. So yeah, go for it. If you have tried this before, then please let me know what you think. Drop me a comment. Yeah, so I'll leave it at that for the review. We'll see, we have a few more things planned for the year ahead. Definitely a lot more Scotch, a lot more Australian whiskies coming your way. So if you have not yet subscribed, and if you are someone who is interested in finding out about more Australian whiskies and other reviews that I have coming up, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, press the like. Any comments are welcome, so please, if there's anything you want to know, anything you liked, anything you didn't like, just throw it all down there and let me know. Alright guys, that's it for now. I'll see you all again on the next review. Give this.